Can you guys hear the hurricane happening outside my house right now? Listen closely. Actually, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it is pouring. It is raining cats and dogs out there. I'm shocked, honestly. This is how bipolar Miami really is, because when I started getting ready to film this video, and mind you, I didn't do much. I just like picked up my hair, barely, and then I just put my eyebrows on. But when I started that process, it was super sunny. It was like the sun was out. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a fantabulous wear test. Oh, sweet niblets. It's coming down out there. I'm scared. Oh my god, the power better not go out.
Universe, I have to film.
And I'm super excited for today's video because guess what I got in the mail, folks? I finally got the brand new Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation. Guys. When I saw that Colourpop was coming out with a Pretty Fresh foundation, I almost lost my shiz because the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer is my favorite tinted moisturizer ever. Like hands down ever. Well, Thrive Causemetics, that's the CC cream. Does that count? I've had so much coffee today, I can't. Okay, calm down. I'm just really excited to put this on my face. I'm not excited for the hurricane and how gloomy my video looks now because I depend on natural light. Well, I don't depend on it. I have studio lights too. Did you hear that thunder? Oh my god. What is happening to my brain? I'm having a moment. You guys are witnessing a moment. But like I was saying, the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer is one of my favorites. I love this so much. The coverage is great. Like, it's light, but it's nice. It evens out your skin tone and it lasts all day. It's truly beautiful, and I love anything with hyaluronic acid in it, honestly. So they recently came out with a Pretty Fresh foundation. I have this feeling like in the pit of my stomach that I'm not gonna like it as much as the tinted moisturizer. I don't know why. It's just like a feeling I have, but this is super exciting. I honestly don't know what the difference is. They both have hyaluronic acid. They both have coconut water. I'm assuming the big difference is that this has medium buildable coverage and the tinted moisturizer has light coverage. Like, is that the only difference? I'm on the website and I really can't see a difference besides the coverage. So that's good. I'm excited about that. I'm excited. Okay, so they sent me 2 shades and then they sent a bunch of minis like this, which I like because it is a lot less wasteful. And I like that they give you 2 full sizes of what they think your color is gonna be. So they sent me light 45W and fair 25W. Fair is too light. I know I am Casper these days, but I'm a little bit more on the light side. And I will say that the bottle is misleading. Like, when I first opened these up in the mail, I was like, this is gray. But when I swatched it out on the back of my hand, the color looked completely different. It looks a little bit lighter and a little bit warmer than it does in the bottle. I think this frosted tube does affect the color a little bit, so just keep that in mind. Not that there's like a Colourpop store and you're not like looking at these in person before you buy them, but just thought I'd mention. So I am gonna be using the shade Light 45W, but I'm gonna mix it with one of these shades because my skin tone is slightly warmer than this shade. But first I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. I actually do really like this primer. I don't use it as much as I should because when it comes to primers, I really just use my holy grails, but I do really like this one and I wanna test it out with this guy. Oh my gosh, that was a very big lightning. Oh my god, Cornelius is freaking out right now. He is literally by my feet and he's trembling. He is terrified of thunder. I am also going to be testing this foundation out tomorrow with my Smashbox primer because that's like my holy grail favorite primer. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going in Pretty Fresh. Going as fast as I can. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with a full pump. Actually, this looks like this is going to be my perfect shade. I don't think I'm going to need to mix anything in. It's a hair, like a hair lighter. No, that's good. When I start to... What turned off? Something turned off. You noticed it too, right? My lights are on. I'm good, okay. When I first start to apply this to... I know, Cornelius, I know. Should I just give up? Should I stop this video? When I start to apply the foundation, it does look slightly lighter than my skin tone, but as I start to blend it in, it kind of warms up a bit. It like oxidizes slightly and then kind of like matches my skin perfectly. It's kind of weird, but I like it. Yeah, this definitely has more coverage than the tinted moisturizer for sure. I don't know if you guys can tell. The Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer actually has decent coverage for a tinted moisturizer. If I do 2 layers, I get like a nice light coverage. Everything is evened out. This on just 1 layer already gives me more coverage than 2 layers of the tinted moisturizer. But it still looks pretty freaking natural. I haven't even used the entire pump. Usually with my Pretty Fresh, actually let me see. I have to do 2 pumps. I don't know why I just pumped that out, but just to show you, a little goes a long way. Like, I only did 1 pump and I still have a lot more to go. Oh my god. I am gonna do the entire pump on my face. I definitely could get away with just using half a pump. So for the future, I will only just use half a pump. But I just want you guys to see a full pump of foundation on my face. For some reason. Okay, so that is a full pump of foundation on my face. I definitely feel like that was about 2 layers, so I really like that. I like that you can get like super amazing coverage with one full pump, but if you want to tone it down, you can do your entire face with half a pump as well. So that's awesome. I love how my skin looks so far, I will say. It is heavier than the tinted moisturizer in terms of coverage and how it feels. The tinted moisturizer is literally like watery and so fluid and just so dewy. This one isn't as dewy, but it is still very hydrating. Like, my skin feels tacky, and it also feels very, very comfortable on the skin as well. Honestly, so far, just by looking at my skin, I love it. Like, I really, really like it. Let me zoom you in. So you can really see how nice the coverage of this foundation is. It looks really, really even and fresh. And I actually don't mind how it looks around my nose and in between my brows. Even though I did 2 layers of this foundation, it doesn't look cakey or heavy in that area. I will say that I think this foundation is gonna sink into my smile lines more than the tinted moisturizer. I guess because the tinted moisturizer is more lightweight and it's a lot thinner, it just like glides over my smile lines and it doesn't really sink into them that much. I get the feeling this one will sink in a little bit more, but hey, the lines are there. What do you want me to do about that? Okay, so really quickly, I'm gonna take the Pretty Fresh Creamy Concealer. I love this concealer. I'm gonna mix the shades Fair 15W and Light 50W, and I'm gonna use this to cover up my dark circles. And I'm also using this concealer to like highlight the T-zone and to prime my eyes. Okay, so everything looks really good. The concealer blends into that foundation like a dream. You would think they're from the same line. Delicious, delicious. I'm gonna go really quickly finish up the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Okay, so I've just finished all of my makeup. This is what the foundation currently looks like. If you're curious about my eyes, I'm wearing the RawBeautyKristi and Pure palette. I freaking love it. And I'm wearing the Causemetics birthday suit combo on my lips. But anyway, I really, really like this foundation so far. I know I've only had it on for about an hour, but besides this little line that is inevitable because it's there, my skin looks really, really good. It looks nice and dewy. Everything is even. It looks so natural and hydrated, but like perfected. I really, really, really like this so far. I hope it wears nicely because right now I'm very into it. I feel like I look so juicy, so hydrated. I'm gonna take the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Mist and I'm only gonna spray a little bit of this. Just want a little bit of that just to make everything melt into the skin. Everything applied really nicely too, by the way. This foundation does leave a little bit of a tacky feeling. So if you have like normal skin or oily skin, you might want to set this foundation because there is a little something that's left behind, which is normal for hydrating dewy foundations. But just to let you guys know, there is some stick to it, but that didn't affect how my bronzer went on. I feel like my bronzer applied really, really smoothly. My blush went on smoothly. And because of the formula and how dewy it is, my highlight just went on perfectly. Like, I feel like my face products went on really well. And yeah, so far so good. It is currently 1 p.m. I know I started this video pretty late, but I will be back at the end of the night to give you my official final thoughts. Based off of my first impression, of course. Okay guys, wow. It's the end of the night already. It is currently 9:36 p.m. and first of all, guys, I'm scared. I don't want to like panic or anything, but due to the circumstances we are in now, every time I get a headache or my nose is stuffy, I literally freak out. I started feeling sick yesterday. I started getting like something in my throat. You know, my throat started hurting, and then today my nose is like super stuffy. And then I went to like lay down on the bed for like a second just to go through my emails. Wasn't sleepy. I was just, you know, scrolling through emails, and then I woke up 2 hours ago. And so when I woke up all flustered thinking it was the next day, I was like, did I fall asleep? Is it because like my body is like getting sick? But then I thought, you know what, no, you know, it's probably the hurricane outside. The rain hitting the windows just, you know, makes me sleepy, and that's definitely what happened. But I woke up with a stuffy nose, so I'm scared. I'm sure it's just like a little cold. As for the foundation, well, let's take a look-see, shall we? I mean, I literally had like a 5-hour nap. So, it lasted through a nap. Looking at my face up close, it still looks really good. I would say I look a little bit dewier than I did earlier today. Like the area around my nose is a little bit dewier. Even this area right here is a little bit shiny, and I think that that's mainly because of the primer I used. The Pretty Fresh Hydrating Primer is very, very dewy. It's pretty heavy. Like if you have dry skin, you would love it, but it is very moisturizing and you do look super dewy. So I do think that the extra shine is because of the primer. I am gonna continue to use this foundation with different primers in my collection. Surprisingly, you know what? My smile line doesn't look that bad. As you guys know, my Miranda Sings is on this side, so my line is deeper on this side, and it doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty standard, I would say. It didn't sink in as much as other foundations that have full coverage do. It has faded off of my nose. I will say, like, my nose and my chin, there pretty much is no foundation there anymore. I applied the Colourpop Pretty Fresh concealer on my nose and on my chin and in between my brows, so I don't know, that could be the foundation or that could be the concealer, but I did fall asleep, like I said, and I woke up several times to Celine licking my face. So, I mean, I finished my foundation around 1 p.m., like 1:30, let's say. So it's been on for about 8 hours, and I feel like it looks pretty good. My bronzer is still on, my blush is still on. Like, I think my skin looks good. It doesn't look heavy. I would say the only area that it looks a little bit foundation-y is right here on my nose, but that does happen to me a lot. Very rarely does foundation look great around my nose, but it looks pretty good on the rest of my skin. I actually really like it. I don't know, based off of first impressions, I'm pretty impressed. I want to give this 4 out of 5 lightning bolts. I always get nervous to give anything 5 lightning bolts unless I'm like super blown away. So right now it has 4 out of 5. I'm really, really liking it. I'm gonna keep trying it with my other stuff. I like the price. I like how it feels. I like how it looks. I like it. I'm really curious to know how you guys feel about this foundation. Have you tested it out yet? I bought one on Ulta thinking I wasn't gonna get it in PR for some reason, so I'm still waiting for that one in the mail. But have you guys bought this yet? Have you guys tried it? Let me know in the comments below. How do you feel? Based off of first impressions alone, I do prefer my tinted moisturizer though. This just like, it's like, I don't know. I have to play around with the foundation more, but right now, this baby has my heart. But anyway guys, yeah, that's it. That completes this video. This was my first impressions on the brand new Pretty Fresh foundation from Colourpop, and I hope you enjoyed. Oh, sorry this video was kind of a hot mess. That completes this video guys. I love you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Why am I pointing so much? Bye. Oh my gosh, can you guys hear the tornado happening outside my, not tornado, hurricane. Let me start over. Wow, can you guys hear? I spit. I'm gonna do that again. I think I'm gonna stop this foundation review and start telling ghost stories. So really quickly, I'm gonna apply my pretty face. My Pretty Fresh, my pretty face. I'm filming a video.
Oh, I was calling you. Hi guys, I'm Natalia.
It's Natalia, my graphic designer. Calling me at 9:39. You know, work stuff. The lights are flickering in my bathroom and it's not raining anymore. Marisu! Not right now. I'm filming.